Game for Robinson. He was no doubt a key piece to their puzzle in that victory.
And when this offense plays well, you just know he's going to be in the middle of everything, don't you? I mean, defense is going to say, we've got to take this guy away. He doesn't allow himself to be taken away, does he?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. It's Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Todd Davis.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On second down and 4. Lock. They'll find Lindsey here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now is Lock. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Trubisky. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night.
Ready up. 59, Mike is 59. Mike's the 59. 6-man. Go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Lock to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. all the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Mitchell Trubisky on his way out, the subject of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Here we go. At the 28-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. This is the tight end fan. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through. And 2 field goals now mean they take a rare 6-2 lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one taken from the 7. So we've reached halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 15. Skirts by him at the 35. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
47. Check, 47.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A gain of 21 yards.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Cohen looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Now it's Trubisky. Hard throw, incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A big spot now for the rookie Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st down, Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are, but that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
This will be fielded at the 6. Gets around him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
45, hey, Alpha. 45. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Mike 45. Check him.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To throw it is Locke. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, they got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Kill. Watch hand,
They'll go again here with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Trubisky. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down by 10, a minute 53 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Go now. 18 Gator. No. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Shift.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down. Lock. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. That's complete. It's Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here we go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on second down. Lock. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Lock on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people.